We're just now finding out that at the end of last year, an anonymous donor gave Karl Rove's Crossroads Super PAC a $10 million donation to run ads against President Obama. And thanks to the Supreme Court's Citizens United decision, the Wild West nature of political spending, now that $10 million donor will likely remain completely anonymous. We probably won't know who it is ever. During the 2010 midterm elections, there was another anonymous donor who also gave $10 million to Rove. So it might have been the same person for all we know. One person dishing out $20 million to Karl Rove to help elect Mitt Romney and other Republicans. That donor could be a person like Charles Koch. It could be a corporation like Goldman Sachs. It could be a special interest group like multimillionaire lobbyist Grover Norquist's Americans for Tax Reform. We just don't know. But I'm hearing a lot of things around town today as to what Karl Rove's donor might be. Let's just say some people are saying things. Of course, in real journalism, you actually quote sources or you make statements of fact. That's what real news does. But there's this really neat technique to inserting opinion into news that most people don't realize is something no real news organization would ever do. It's called the some people say technique. Here's an example.
Some people say that this might undermine what the U.S. troops are doing there.
Some people say John Kerry has some similarities to an earlier Massachusetts politician.
Some people say in light of what's happened with the oil for food program. Some people say supported by Iran.
Some say, I've heard a couple people say.
Some say that it's a sour grapes book. Some people say it's just too violent. There's too much blood.
Some people say.
Some people say.
Well, some people say.
Some people say.
Some say.
Some people say.
Some are saying.
Some people say.
There's some people who say something, if not major, has already happened.
Those are his words.
Now, Fox So-Called News isn't really a news organization, so they can get away with this. And this show isn't a news show. It's my opinion. So let me tell you what some people are saying here in Washington, D.C. Some people are saying that Karl Rove's $10 million anonymous donation came from Iran's Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, a strongly Shia Muslim who's president of one of the few Shia-run states in the Middle East. Some people are saying that Ahmadinejad's a huge admirer of Karl Rove and a big supporter of the Republican Party. After all, George W. Bush decided to bomb Sunni Iraq, not Shia Iran, giving Shia Ahmadinejad a heck of a lot more influence in the Middle East and taking out Sunni Saddam Hussein, Iran's biggest enemy, against whom they fought a multi-year war that cost them both billions of dollars and killed over 1 million people. So some people are saying that the $10 million gift to Rove is payback from Shia Iran for all the great things Rove and Bush did for them against the Sunni Muslims. In addition, some people are saying that the $10 million donation to Karl Rove has some strings attached. That if Romney wins or the Republicans take the Senate, then all those sanctions President Obama put on Shia Iran would immediately be lifted. And we might even go after another Sunni-run country that Iran doesn't like, just like Bush took out Sunni-run Iraq and flipped it over to Shia rule. And some people are saying that all the aggressive bomb Iran talk coming from Mitt Romney was just a show. And that behind closed doors, Mitt and Mahmoud are best friends. Not only that, I heard some people in Washington, D.C. say Ahmadinejad is holding fundraisers for Mitt Romney and Karl Rove in Iran and plans to send dozens of fat checks stateside to front groups like American corporations in coming weeks. He's hoping he can get another sweet weapons deal from Republicans like Reagan gave Iran during the Iran-Contra affair. Some people say that Ahmadinejad's fundraising could be enough for Rove to buy Romney our election. So here we have $10 or even $20 million anonymously handed over to Karl Rove to defeat President Obama and the Democrats this November. And beyond what some people are saying, most likely we'll never know who gave that money or what strings are attached to it. We won't know if it's a hedge fund billionaire who's demanding that Republicans keep the Romney rule capital gains tax loophole wide open. We won't know if it's an oil baron who wants Republicans to keep the taxpayer oil subsidies to his industry flowing. We won't know if it's a war profiteer who wants Republicans to keep the never-ending war on terror going and keep up a high demand for cruise missiles. And we won't know if, as some people are saying, the donations are from rogue dictators who are making secret deals with the Republican Party like they did back in 1980. We just won't ever know. And that's a critical flaw in our democracy created by 5 unelected, hard right-wing kings in black robes appointed by Republicans to the Supreme Court. It's time to put an end to this chaos in our elections and not let foreign or corporate millionaires and billionaires speak louder in our democracy than actual American citizens with a vote. It's time to overturn Citizens United, end corporate personhood, and say explicitly that corporations are not people and that money is property, not speech. Go to movetoamend.org to get involved. That's it for The Big Picture tonight. Don't forget, democracy begins with you. Get out there and get active. Tag, you're it.